And what's really striking to me, I mean, I'm not from Virginia, but I've read up on it. I mean, there's no objective case to be made that these are necessary. I mean, other pipelines are at like 50% capacity. So there's really no need for two extra pipelines other than both of these pipelines, Mountain Valley and the Atlantic Coast Pipeline, which is its kind of like evil stepbrother. I guess the oil companies are guaranteed a 14% return on investment from FERC. I mean, it's a very, very corrupt thing. But is Virginia like dying for more natural gas? Is this area dying for more natural gas?
It's not even going to benefit us. Everything in this pipeline is moving from point A to point B to be exported. Virginians aren't going to see any of this gas. People hear the word gas and they think that my mother and I were stopping them from getting cheaper gas for their car or cheaper gas for their home. And it's not staying here. It's not going in your gas tank. It's not going to heat your home. It's being exported so a couple shareholders can get a 14% return. And they used eminent domain to be able to claim that. They used the Natural Gas Act from 1938. You're saying pipelines the process for that hasn't been updated in 30 years. We're using an act from 1938 for Roanoke. Roanoke Gas has a 0.5% interest in this. And so that's how they were able to say, oh, now it's a utility. Now we can use eminent domain. We're going to condemn your property and take it.
And by the way, it's not like if they get eminent domain, the pipeline company still needs other permits. So theoretically, they could be granted eminent domain. They could be digging up your property, damaging artifacts, what have you. And they need other permits. This is going on in New Jersey too, where eminent domain's been granted for a pipeline, and they're still waiting on permits from the New Jersey Department of Environmental Quality. So it's kind of like, I mean, again, pipelines generally get permission, but you're essentially stealing people's lands, desecrating people's lands, when it's not a foregone conclusion that the pipeline all the permits will come. Frankly, for Standing Rock Sioux, if it happened at a different for the Dakota Access Pipeline, if it happened at a different time when there wasn't a new president coming in, that pipeline wasn't going to go through. President Obama denied the final permit. I'd say several months late, but that's neither here or there. But it's only because there was a new president coming. So that's what people don't get. And, you know, it's funny because I interviewed a real conservative Republican in Texas on their land. And they were digging up a natural gas pipeline through their backyard where the pipe was 400 yards from their window. And you see now, like, whether you're progressive, an environmentalist, or a George W. Bush loving conservative, everybody's kind of coming together because their land is getting stolen so that, you know, oil companies could make more money.
Absolutely. And it's not a bipartisan issue. It's a human issue. Whether you look at it through property, whether you look at it for the environmental issues, whatever stance you want to take, these pipelines are not necessary. They're not. It's been proven. The end buyer is the parent company. Like, is that not the snake eating its own tail type deal? And because of that, we have a bomb planted in our backyard. I get to, that may or may not explode at any given time. My water gets to be damaged because of that. Roanoke's drinking water gets to be damaged because of that. It's infuriating.